I am back, baby. Hello. Welcome to Heather Shaw's Kidding. It's been a second. It's been 2 weeks now. Supposed to have an episode out last night, yesterday, but I'm back. I had a little issue with my laptop. How are you doing? I hope you've been good. I'm so sorry that I've been missing for a couple weeks. Didn't want you to think I fell off. It has been nice. People have reached out and said, "Where the fuck is the podcast, Heather?" And that makes me feel good because people are listening. I like it. Thanks if you've rated this podcast, reviewed it, yelled at me about it. I enjoy it. It makes me feel good to know people are waiting for the podcast and disappointed when they don't get it. Feels good, but I'm here. This is Heather Shaw's Kidding, if you didn't know. Comedy commentary podcast about current events, pop culture. Gypsy fucking Rose. We're going to get into her. I've missed her. Have you missed Gypsy as much as I have? She came out with a little video on how she made drinks in prison. So we're going to go over that. And a bunch of other stuff. We got a lot of stuff to go over. It's going to be a long episode. Buckle the fuck in. I thought I was going to maybe split this up into 2 episodes. I missed last week. And this one's late. But I'm just going to do one giant one. One big giant dildo of an episode. Buckle in. You're going to get sore, baby. Before I go into it, God, I'm rusty. I'm a little rusty. I forgot how to yell into a microphone. Join the Patreon if you want to get a bonus episode. That's going to be back up and running again. Haven't been able to record anything. Had an issue with Apple. Crapple. But they made me a customer again. I'll say that. My laptop, we'll just get into it. My laptop is a year old. It's everything I do is on this laptop. It's a MacBook Air. It's made of air. It's fragile. You know, it's like the little infant of laptops, apparently. I've had this for a year. I went to go open up my laptop, and the screen was completely black. Couldn't do anything on it. African-American, if you will. The screen was African-American. I couldn't do anything on it. Took it to the Genius Bar over there. The geniuses, which I said, if you've watched my TikToks, you know what went on. But I made an appointment with the Genius Bar at the Apple Store, which is just hungover college students who cannot help you. Unless you are fully covered under their Apple Care or what the fuck ever, or you're in there to buy the VR headsets, they don't give a fuck. They can't help you. I took it in. I said, "Can you do something, genius?" And he looked at me like he was homophobic. He looked at me like, "Why are you talking to me, faggot?" He said, "No, turns out your warranty just ran out 2 days ago, so I can't do anything unless you want to pay out of pocket for this." And I said, I didn't break my laptop." And he's like, "Yeah, I can tell. There's no damage to it at all. I mean, you seem more damaged as a person than this laptop." That old genius had jokes. He said, "Yeah, I don't see any damage to this thing. This thing is, it's kind of nice. Good laptop you got here. I don't know why you're here. Seems like it's working well." He said, why don't you just call into Apple and see if they'll cover the repair because you're only 2 days outside of your warranty. You get a warranty for a full year. And my computer decided to mysteriously break a day or 2 after the warranty ended. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think that Apple is sending break this bitch signals to appliances or laptops after the warranty is over. Maybe it was just God's timing. God's timing is never wrong. He couldn't help me. I'm like, "You're not a genius. You're kind of giving Special Olympics bar. You know what I mean? I mean, I could have done this. Your advice to me is to call into the company. Why don't you do that? They don't do anything for you. I don't know what they do." They couldn't help me. I then called in. I said, "Hey, guys, can you help me out? Help a bitch out. I know it's not Pride Month, but pretend it's Pride Month." If I would have called in June, they probably would have helped me right away. I would have said, Hi, Apple, I'm a faggot. And it's my month. It's the faggots month. Can you help a fag out? If you don't, it's a hate crime. But the lady on the phone said, "Yeah, no, sorry, you're out of warranty. You're going to have to fix that out of pocket." I didn't even do anything to this laptop. It just broke on its own. I don't think laptops are supposed to just have the black screen of death after a year of use. Especially, I'm not throwing the laptop around. It's not like I'm taking a bath with my laptop and accidentally, dunking it. I'm not waterboarding my laptop like I'm Ellen, and the laptop is my staff. I'm Ellen. She's coming out with a special, by the way. I'm looking forward to it. Her specials are usually good. If Ellen can talk about the shit that got her canceled and make it funny, then it's going to work. If she skates over it and is like, let me dance. If she's just going to dance her way through the special, it's not going to work. And she's not going to be redeemed. Ellen can still be redeemed. She's just going to have to be like, yeah, I got fucking roasted by Dakota Johnson. I'd rather be roasted by Dakota Fanning, that little cutie. I'm Ellen. She better talk about, just own up to treating her staff like shit. They're all fucking, writers. Who fucking cares about writers? Nobody does. You could make fun of writers. So I posted about this whole Apple debacle on TikTok, and a lot of people were commenting a lot of nice things. I had some people message me directly, and this is what I love. Some lady messaged me and she said, "You didn't hear it from me, bitch." She's like, "Call into this number." This is like a direct employee employee only number. Call into this number and say, "Hey, look, I am a customer. I've been a long time customer." And I have AirPods. I've had iPods. I've had an iPhone for decades. I'm an Apple whore. And it's just because I'm used to Apple. I like Apple. I like their products. Now, I'm not going to get an Apple Watch. I'm not that big of a faggot. I don't need to know my heart rate. Thanks. I have that in my chest. What do I need my watch to tell me that? I don't need a watch to remind me that I'm not getting my steps in. Hey, I don't need to get steps in, okay? I'm wasting away over here. But she said, call into this number, say that you're, a loyal customer, and I am, not lying. You can look at all the devices I've fucking purchased from you guys since fucking 2008. And she says, here's the key. Say you're losing faith in the brand. Say you're losing faith in the brand. And I did that. I'm not going to say her name because she didn't want me to put her on blast. It was Mrs. Jobs. It was Steve Jobs' wife, Linda Unemployed. She DM'd me. Is she still alive? I don't know. Did he have a wife? Or was he just married to his ego? I don't know. Will we ever know? I'm not going to Google it. I don't care. So I called in. I did the spiel. Hello, love your products, losing faith in the brand. I'm 2 days outside the warranty. I got a life to live, motherfucker. I got podcasts to record. I'm very nice. I can't be a bitch to customer service. Some people were like, if you're just a bitch and you just keep calling in and you kind of are just like not going to take no for an answer and just escalate. I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't be, the hacky term, a Karen. I can't do it. The customer service reps, they were literally getting paid like $16 an hour, and they're not the ones that call the shots. They're just the fucking, the messengers, the people who take all the shit. They're the garbage men of the companies. People just pile onto them and treat them like shit. And it's like bitching out gate agents at the airport when your flight is delayed. We'll get into that. I can't do it. So the best I can do is be nice and kind of be a little firm, but I'm not gonna bitch out a customer service rep who's sitting at their fucking work from home, job in their pajamas on, not a lot of sleep because they stayed up way too long smoking weed and watching TikToks. Not faulting them. They're a customer service rep. I'd do the same fucking thing. And then to get, have to clock in and just hear people bitch about their Apple products. No, I'm not going to do it. But the guy I talked to, I said, look, I'm two days outside the warranty. I never do this. I literally never have had problems. Can you just help a bitch out? I love your brand. I'm losing faith. And he did it. He said, one time only, Miss Shaw. This is a one-time only deal. I said, all right. You got me, Tyler. He said, all right, we'll ship it in. We'll fix it for free. I said, yeah, you better. I treat this laptop better than I would ever treat a child. If I had a child, I would late term abort it. I treat this laptop well. I am like the opposite of Casey Anthony when it comes to how I treat this laptop. Okay. I'm the opposite of Gypsy Rose. I treat it well. Maybe I'm the opposite of Gypsy Rose's mom in that scenario, now that I'm thinking about it. So they got it fixed, and it was really quick. I will say, when you send it into Apple and they fix it for you, I mean, it's quick. They send you a label, you ship it. They send you a label in a package to ship the laptop box back. They send you the box within a day. You ship it out the next day. It gets there within a day. They fix it within 6 hours of receiving it. They ship it out for next day. So you get it. I did get it within I would say it's been a week, which is nice. It's been one whole week since this whole thing, and it's all done. So Apple has turned it around. I now have faith back in the brand. Do I really? I'm not a cuck for Apple. I'm lazy. I'm not going to learn Android. I'm not going to learn anything else. Everyone's like, this is what you get for being an Apple whore. I'm like, yeah, okay. Sorry, dude. I'm an Apple bitch. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like in the cult. I'm too far deep in. I can't be turned away now. You know, it's like if I joined the church, you know, as a kid, and I'm 36, I'm not getting out of the church. I'm just going to ride with the church. You know, I'm going to gay bash and ride, even though I'm kind of not on the side of it. So shout out to Apple. They fixed it. Not shout out to the Genius Bar. They're not geniuses. They're all hungover college students that don't give a fuck. They're probably making, what, $18 an hour maybe? I don't know. The Apple Store is so sterile to me. It's like a doctor's office with electronics. I hate it. There's cops. There's you know, more cops inside an Apple Store than there are responding to like an emergency. You know, it's not good. If you call in and say I'm being robbed, it's going to take the cops a really long time to get to your house. If you might, if you're getting robbed, just go into an Apple Store and yell I'm getting robbed. They'll help you quicker. I'm telling you. There's cops just standing around there. Can you imagine if that's your assignment for the day? Gary, you're on highway patrol. Tim, you know what to do. Arrest black people. And Dan, you're going to sit in the corner of the Apple Store and look real fucking weird. Check out ladies' boobs all day, huh? Play with the devices, but don't break anything. I was in Janesville, Wisconsin last week. Fantastic show, sold out. Thank you so much to anybody in Janesville that came out. Comedy Cabin, great club, had a lot of fun. They gave me a free zip-up jacket. They said, we have a hoodie or a zip-up. We'll give to you. What do you want? And I said, I'm a lesbian. I'll take either. I mean, that's a gift to me. As a lesbian, if you throw on a beanie, I'm going to come. So I got a nice zip-up. I like Janesville a lot. I didn't get to spend a lot of time there, but I did like it. The trip to get to Janesville and back from Lexington, Kentucky was so fucking hellish. I flew United Airlines. I will never fly United Airlines again. I have a list now, a running list of airlines I will never fly again. Look, I am a very easygoing passenger. If I get a middle seat, fine. I don't give a fuck. You're going to want to make me pay for my bag on this flight? Fine, whatever. Delays happen, I get it. But dude, I'm telling you, every single fucking flight that I took to and from Janesville was delayed by United. Now, I had to take a connecting flight each time. So I had to connect in Chicago from Lexington, from Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin. And then going back, Madison to Chicago, Chicago to Lexington. There's no nonstops. You can't get a fucking nonstop, especially not to Wisconsin. You know what I mean? So it got delayed going up there, which is fine. You know, I shouldn't be flying on the day of the show. And that's what I learned here. Don't fly United and don't fly on the day of the show. It got delayed so bad that I was literally I made the show with 15 minutes to spare before the show started. That's how bad it was. And I was supposed to arrive in Wisconsin at 3 p.m. My show started at 7. I arrived in Wisconsin at 6 p.m. You know, had to drive 45 minutes from the airport to Janesville because Janesville's tiny. A lot of schools, not a lot of people. Weird town. Like the vibes. It's my Gary, Indiana. So I arrived 15 minutes before the show. I mean, the show was great. I was fine. It's just kind of stressful. So I'm going to fly. I'm just not going to fly the day of the show anymore. It's just too much. But going back was fucking hell. Going back was truly the worst fucking experience. And I fucking hate United Airlines. And here's why. First of all, how the fuck did United Airlines not get, just go out of business? Weren't they the flight that went into the Twin Towers? Wasn't United 93 the fucking airline that got hijacked and went? Not that it's United's fault that they got fucking hijacked, by America, that they got hijacked and that they flew into the Twin Towers. But that's hard to recover from. Can you imagine? How the fuck did United get out of that? Fly United. We were the ones that took down the towers. Fly us. You'll remember, we are a name you can trust sometimes. Just depends. It's really incredible that they were able to come back and still be an airline. That people were like, yeah, let me hop on a United flight. Nothing bad's ever happened on those bad boys. The list of airlines I'm out of now are Spirit, of course. I'm not going to fly in a fucking lawn chair. I don't care if the flight's an hour. I'm not going to sit in a lawn chair, and pay for, the ticket's $50 to fly on Spirit, but then you're paying $150 to put your bag on the fucking plane. It's ridiculous. And it's just not good. Not going to fly Spirit. I barely fly Frontier if I can help it. I'll take Frontier to go down to Florida. Not going to fly American Airlines anymore. They fucking suck. And now United fucking sucks. Let me tell you what really sealed the deal. Coming back, I had a 6:30 a.m. flight the day after the show. Morning after the show. Got like 5 hours of sleep. From Janesville to Chicago. That's a 1-hour flight. 6:30 a.m. flight. What could go wrong? Book an early flight. There's no traffic. There's nothing out. And nobody's really flying out that early from Madison, Wisconsin. 6:30. Get on the plane. Get on the plane at 6 a.m. Waiting around a little. What's going on here? The pilot comes out. Says, hey guys, I am so sorry about this. We have to do maintenance checks on these planes, and we didn't do them. And so we need a mechanic to come out and do the maintenance on these planes before we can fly, to give the okay that we can fly. And we don't have a mechanic in this airport. So the closest mechanic is an hour away. So definitely going to be delayed. 6:30 a.m. flight, going to be delayed. It's an hour trip. We're just going to Chicago. But the mechanic, they're an hour away. So we had to deplane. I was going to miss my connecting flight because we were going to be so delayed. I mean, by the time the mechanic got there, did his stupid fucking checks, flew to Chicago. That's already an hour. I was going to miss my connecting. There was no way I was going to make my connecting flight, which really fucked up everything. So all of us deplane. Everybody's got connecting flights that they're missing at this point. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. It's you can't do much. You can be annoyed, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? If you really want to be mad, you could just yell bomb and run through the airport and leave. Like if I was like, oh, I'm not going to take this flight, I would just yell bomb and leave. Say, fuck you guys. But, I deplaned. I figured out a connecting flight that would have me sitting in Chicago for 6 hours, which was the best option. So I knew that by the time I got to Chicago, I'd have to sit around for 6 hours, which fucking sucks. Sitting in an airport for 6 hours, it's dystopian. It sucks. You lose track of all time. I don't drink. So it's really like the time crawls by. While we were all figuring out our connecting flights and trying to rearrange our, day for travel, some of the gate agents came up and said, so we're running out of connecting flights. What we can do for you is we recommend that if you are close enough to your destination, we really recommend you guys take a bus. That was United's suggestion. Hey, I know you're taking a bus in the sky, but because we didn't have a mechanic on site, we should probably have a mechanic on site. Is that a regulation? Shouldn't airlines have a mechanic on site ready to go? Also, that plane had been sitting in the airport overnight. They knew this flight was taking off. Nobody did maintenance. Nobody could do the maintenance checks until everybody boarded, and then they were like, oh, fuck the maintenance. Do not trust United. I don't think that they're in a good... I don't think they're in a good spot right now. I don't think they have enough people working for them. I think maybe the pandemic fucked them up. They're scrambling. They're not good. This is basic organizational skills that they're lacking. A plane is sitting out there all night. You couldn't do your little maintenance checks. You couldn't get a mechanic. It could take an hour to get a mechanic from out of town to come in. By the time the mechanic came in, he did his checks for 5 minutes and was like, yeah, it's all good. I mean, I know they have to do that. There's some law, but there's no law that says like, hey, we got to have somebody on site at all times. I mean, what the fuck? And then you're going to be like, you know what you should do? You should just start walking. Why don't you just start taking Uber to the closest bus station? Don't know where the fuck that is in Madison. Good luck. I don't think there's any public transportation in this whole goddamn state, but we do have beer. That was their suggestion. Take a bus. Are you going to pay for the bus? No. No, but if you gotta go somewhere, hop on a bus. Okay, I'm trying to take a bus in the sky. It's not working. I mean, pilots are glorified bus drivers. We have to realize that. Commercial pilots are nothing but glorified bus drivers. And thank God they're around to fly the plane when they're able to fly the plane, but holy shit. And then like the flight attendants, they don't get paid unless the plane's in the sky. So anytime it's delayed, they're just sitting around not getting paid. Fuck that job. No wonder they can't find people. It's fucking atrocious. After she said take a bus, I was like, I'm fucking done with United. I was giving him a little leeway. I was like, okay, shit happens, but now you're recommending that I just take public transportation on the ground to where I need to go. Fuck off. A lot of people are going to like Denver, Bentonville, Arkansas, which I'll be at the Big Diamond Comedy Festival out in October for them. Can't wait. It was just crazy. So United no more. I don't even know why I booked a ticket with their airline. They flew into the Twin Towers. They made a whole movie called United 93 about them. Don't take United. They suck. They did give everybody a $15 food voucher, which is like a bag of chips at the airport. $15 gets you nothing at the airport now. I didn't even use it. I was like, fuck you. Finally made it home. I think, 7 hours past the time I was supposed to be home. Lovely day of traveling. So now I'm down to Delta. Always great. Love Delta. Southwest, which I'm taking out to San Diego this Sunday. San Diego, please come out if you're in the area. It's going to be a fun time. American Comedy Company, baby. Taking Southwest out there, and then maybe JetBlue. That's what I'm down to. And I think those are safe. Delta, Southwest, JetBlue, safe. Everybody else, fuck off. I am excited for my upcoming shows. As I said, San Diego Sunday, and then in June I'll be in D.C. and Richmond and Greenville and Charlotte. Then I'm going back out to San Diego to do another club called Mic Drop Comedy. Can't wait. Going to be probably taking Southwest to that one. Then I'll be in Phoenix. Des Moines was just announced. I'll be out in Des Moines at the end of July. Tickets are not on sale yet, so if you go to my website, you don't see them. That's why. Seattle, 2 shows in Seattle. I'll also be in Long Island. Tickets are not on sale for Long Island yet. I can't wait to go to Long Island. I can't wait. I'll be in Beverly, Massachusetts, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then again, like I said, Bentonville, Arkansas, for the Big Diamond Comedy Festival. I'm headlining the first night. Please come out to those shows. If you just come out to all of the shows. I don't even care if you live in one of those cities. Come out to. I want a roadie. Somebody be my groupie. You know what they call comedy groupies? They call them chuckle fuckers. Isn't that fun? What a sad existence for a woman. I mean, it's mostly women. That bang comics. Ugh. You must really hate yourself. Most comics are sad degenerates. Very few are successful. There's a lot of shit. And then some, and even the successful ones kind of are awful people. Not myself included. I'm just a faggot. But yeah, they call them chuckle fuckers. I want a chuckle fucker that doesn't fuck me, but just chuckles at everything. Where's that? I missed a lot. We gotta go over some more stuff that I missed. Some things that are recent, some things, like I had this whole thing I wanted to talk about. Now it's old news. The news moves so fast. We all have ADD at this point, and it's fine. Harrison Buttlicker, the Kansas City Chief kicker, which if you see my video on TikTok, that line sounds like an Eminem song. I love it. Harrison Buttlicker, the Kansas City Chief kicker. He's a big old stinker, big old mini digger. I don't know. Eminem's daughter just got married. Great, good news for her. She's great. I love Eminem so much. I'd let him stick it in, even now. Harrison Buttlicker's speech, what else is there to say? There's been so much already said about it. If you're not aware of this, then, catch up. It's been weeks now. His commencement speech was the thing of nightmares. It was a religious college. I don't know, Catholic, Christian, some religion where being gay is bad unless you're banging a little boy. He's closeted. He's clearly closeted. There are rumors that he hooked up with male cheerleaders, which is, so he likes twinks, athletic twinks. Who doesn't? He should hit up Aaron Rodgers. They'd be a great power couple. They both are just like, women should be in the kitchen and vaccines aren't real. He's closeted. I posted a TikTok where some guy was like, yeah, this guy doesn't like gay people. And it's like showing all the pictures of Harrison Buttlicker. in like very fashionable outfits. You know, it's giving gay. Gay. I mean, he dresses better than I could ever try to dress. I mean, he is fashionable, mama. He's fashionista. He's serving cunts, baby. Not licking it, just serving it. And I had some DMs from men, of course. Women understand what that means. That inference of like a well-dressed man who's homophobic. Closeted. A lot of guys were like, what? Guys can't dress well? What, so just because a guy dresses well, just because he has a Gucci belt, Louis Vuitton bag, not a purse, it's a bag. He's a kicker. It's masculine. It's not a purse, it's a bag. Just because he dresses well, he can't be straight. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if a man dresses well and appreciates fashion to that sense, they're 100% of the time not homophobic, because you can't be a straight man appreciating fashion and being on the up with fashion and understanding how fashion works. You have an appreciation for gay people. You're an ally. A lot of straight men who do dress well are not homophobic. They don't give a fuck. They're secure in their masculinity and their sexual orientation. They want to dress well. If you are dressing well and you are also homophobic, it's because you are closeted. It's because you hate the very thing that you are. Okay? The only straight men who are homophobic do not dress well. They are usually wearing camo. They're usually wearing shitty jeans. They don't know how to dress at all. And they would call me a faggot, with dip in their mouth. I'm not saying they're all rednecks or construction workers, just a lot of them. If you are dressing well, if you are passing as a bottom on Grindr, and you are also homophobic, it's because you're closeted. If you're a straight man who dresses well, and you are truly straight, you have no problem with gay people, because you're like, I appreciate I appreciate what they've done for my fucking wardrobe. I hate that I have to explain that to dumb straight men that aren't going to listen to this. This feels a little echo chambery. Like, you understand what I'm saying, huh? Anyways, he's deeply closeted. Good luck. What are you going to say? He's never going to come out. He's not going to live in his truth. Maybe when he's like 70. They all come out when they're older and people forget about them and their kids are old enough, mouth fart. Their wife's already banging the pool boy and doesn't give a fuck. I mean, his wife's probably miserable. Although he's made like 3 kids with her, so he is sticking it in. He's probably just thinking of, Justin Bieber as he's coming. But, his job is to kick balls. He can do it. He wishes he could suck them. Instead, he'll just kick them. All right, P. Diddy. Let's talk about P. Diddy a little. P. Diddler, baby. He's back up in the news. He did a little apology video. Oh, I'm so sorry. I beat up a woman. It's a vicious video. I don't know if you've seen the video. It's vicious. He's, this may be triggering, skip this for a minute. I'm going to really talk about it in detail. It's the funniest thing because it's not funny, but it is kind of goofy. It's a hotel. Cassie's walking away from him down a hallway. You see P. Diddy turn the corner, and he's only in a towel wrapped around himself from, like, the waist down. I mean, this guy's beating on a woman in a fucking towel. There's no hesitation. He's not even worried about it. He's just doing it. He's doing it like he's in his living room. And that's what I'm saying. If he's doing this in a hallway of a hotel, a public space, imagine what the fuck he's doing when when he's in his house. It's terrifying. But he beats on her. I mean, he throws her down. He kicks her. He drags her away. It's bad. And then props up his phone, and after that video came out and said, hey, I fucked up. Yeah, you did, didn't you? This is, by the way, this is nothing compared to what this man has done. I guarantee you. This is like light. This is the LaCroix flavoring of what this man has done in his life that is fucking awful. I mean, less violent things like stealing money from artists, to violent things like beating on women, maybe killing people, allegedly killing his ex-partner. I don't think they were ever married. He swings a little gay, allegedly. A fit 43-year-old woman dies from pneumonia. Okay. Has all the money in the world for medical attention, but, still dies from pneumonia. Okay. Maybe killing famous rappers, maybe having a hand in that, maybe stealing the rights to their music after their death and profiting off of that. I'll be missing you. Will you be missing him? You making money off of him. How much do you miss that Biggie boy? It's his reckoning. It's his time. He's sitting on a fucked up island that he definitely escaped to, sitting there probably inches away from Russell Simmons and maybe Jeffrey Epstein if he's not dead. I don't know. The ghost of Jeffrey Epstein is definitely around that man at all times, trying to protect him as hard as he can. He's probably near Little St. James Island. He could probably jet ski out to it from the island he's sitting on. But he's clearly at some beach, some island, making an apology video. I'm surprised there wasn't a ukulele involved, like Colleen Ballinger, whatever that fucking girl's name is. Miranda Sings. God, what a creepy character. Any adult that was into Miranda Sings, I was like, you have the potential to be a pedophile. Like, it's there. I don't know if you are a pedophile, but you have the potential. If you really wanted to, you could. He says, I fucked up, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I got caught. I hit rock bottom. He said, I hit rock bottom. Bitch, you are a bottom. And rock bottom, is that your nickname for Cassie? What do you mean? You were wailing on rock bottom. Oh, I really hit rock bottom then. That is not your bottom, bitch. Okay? Your bottom will be in prison when you are a bottom. I don't know if he's ever going to go to prison. I mean, he's clearly sitting it out on some, island that he can't be extradited from. You haven't heard anything from when they raided his house and he left his kids behind to deal with it. Where the fuck are those kids? We'll see if anything comes to it. I mean, public perception is a hell of a thing to lose, and he's definitely lost it. So there's that. And we're going to get into J-Lo and Justin Timberlake towards the end of this episode as well. Because they're also, 2024 is the year of reckoning. Things are coming to a head. Things are bubbling up. Drake lost all credibility. Now when I hear a Drake song on my playlist, I'm just like, oh, this is embarrassing. This is so cringy. I don't care what he's saying. I don't care how good the song is. I'm like, ooh, this is so cringy. It's like listening to a JoJo Siwa song in your car. It's like skip. Also delete. Why is this coming up? Block. I can't listen to Drake songs anymore. I just can't. It's so embarrassing. He's so corny. And also, allegedly a pedophile. Well, we've all known this. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Diddy. It really is the year of the reckoning. I love it. Drake kind of went down. Will Drake come back? I don't know. From what I feel like, I just feel like he's really embarrassing now. It's like listening to, the kid that barely graduated high school in your class that rapped all the time and worked at the Circle K and sold shitty weed. And they're playing you their song in the parking lot. And you're like, yeah, man, this is really something. It's embarrassing. It's cringy. Drake is so cringy now. I can't even listen to him. And that's what J-Lo and Justin Timberlake, they're going down. It's really nice. It's the celebrities that have needed to fall from grace are now falling, bitch. They are falling flat. Some more, some more nefarious than others. Obviously, Diddy's much more nefarious. Diddy is evil, man. That man is evil. EVIL. Justin Timberlake, he's corny. He's cringy. J-Lo's just a bitch. Drake's kind of evil. Drake's got a little evil sprinkling to him, but Diddy's evil. He's pure evil. So he doesn't look well. We'll see what happens with him. We'll keep up on him. I don't know if he's going to get the R. Kelly treatment, but it is really nice that he's having to make apology videos from his cabana. Well, there's 12-year-old boys around him probably that they have to call him sir. He's ordering cabana boys like they're fucking, strawberry daiquiris. Can I get the redhead one? Extra tight. Okay. Presidential debates are happening. Let's switch over to politics. God, I have so much to talk about. I love it. I hope you're enjoying this so far. I've been looking forward to this all day. The minute I got my laptop today, I was like, bitch, let's get to writing. We got to talk about some shit. Presidential debates are coming up. Trump and Biden. No one else. You know who else is not invited to the debates? The audience. They're not having any audience at these debates. They're citing it because they want it to be due to length issues, due to the time of the debates. That's not true. They don't want an audience there because half of the audience, if not more, will be full of Trumpers, and that's just going to be that's a NASCAR race. If they put Trumpers in that audience, it's going to be fucking insane. There's going to be people shotgunning beers, motorboating tits, yelling yeehaw after every N-word that Trump says. You know, it's not going to be good. It's going to be rowdy. They can't risk it. Biden supporters, I don't even know who those are. Who are Biden supporters? Is it just his family? It's like the people that show up for the guy on trial for murder. It's like 3 people in his family who are like, he's a good guy. I don't think he did this. Who are Biden supporters? I mean, it's not the youth. It's not even the elderly, even though that's their peer. I don't know who's out there, you know, because Trump has supporters. Trump has people that don't have their GED, that are just, they'll do anything for him. They'll buy his stocks. They'll buy his whatever the fuck he's hawking. They'll buy Rudy Giuliani coffee. They'll do anything. They'll suck his micro penis dick if needed. I mean, they would do that. They'd offer that. That would not be like a hard thing for them to accept. Any Trumper would be like, oh, I'll suck his dick. No, you just want me to support. Okay. But I don't know who's a Biden supporter. So it might have been uneven in the audience. They'd have to hire background actors. They'd have to go out and find like the Walking Dead background actors to fill as Biden supporters. So they're just not having an audience, which is fine, whatever. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be the most silly debate ever. Just 2 elderly people duking it. It's like watching a senior dog fight. 2 old senior dogs trying to go at it, just toothless, gumming at each other, slowly snapping at each other, drooling everywhere. Like, conception doesn't begin at birth. What did I just say? I don't even know. See, I sound like Biden. I don't even know what I'm saying. Jack. Oh, will you shut up, man? It's very big. It's you. It's just, it's going to be nonsense. It's going to be an episode of Maury without Maury as the host. It's just going to be the guests up there. I'm not the father. It's going to be insane. Somebody's going to shit their pants twice, minimum twice. I've heard things of like, they're trying to keep microphones off when they're not answering questions, because they don't want hot mic moments. Because Biden will have a hot mic moment, meaning the mic is on and he says something that, they shouldn't. And Trump will absolutely have a hot mic moment. When they're asking Biden a question, Trump will just be like, gay, you're gay. It's like, it's going to be absurd. It's 2 clowns going at each other, and one has tighter skin than the other, but isn't there. I mean, it's dementia versus dementia. Dementia versus criminal. I don't know. It's going to be rough. I wish Jake Paul would just fight them both. Maybe during his next fight, he'll fight them both. And then whoever, gets knocked out last gets to be president. That would be great. But Biden will definitely slip up. Where am I? Oh, who is this queer? Am I a queer? I don't know. Where am I? Dinner, vote for me. Dinner at 3. Vote for me, dinner at 3. Vote for me, dinner. I mean, it's just going to be mumblings. That's going to be Biden's campaign slogan that he's just going to come up with on the spot. Hey, Jack, vote for me, dinner at 3. Hey, would you shut up, man? I can't wait. They're probably also going to be whispering. I mean, Biden can't speak at a full volume. I mean, he's at the point now where only dogs can hear him. I don't know what's going to happen. I wish RFK would be there. Who's moderating this debate? Who the fuck is who should moderate the debate? RFK's brain worm. That's who should moderate you hear RFK said he has a worm in his brain? I think that's who should moderate the debate. Just the worm. Whatever fucking worm has been sitting in RFK's brain, get him out, put him in a seat, ask questions about Border Patrol. It's better than whatever is swimming in RFK's head. I don't even know if RFK has a running mate yet. Maybe he should make the worm his running mate. Vote vote RFK and the worm. RFK 2024 and the worm. Vote for worm. Vaccines aren't real. It's insane. We are so fucked as a country. These are our options. A man who can't speak, a man who can't talk, and a man who talks too much. I mean, it's really rough. It's really rough. You know, who are you voting for? The guy who whispers or the guy who grabs pussies by the, the guy who's on trial he's got 17 trials going on. I'm voting for that guy. It is my Super Bowl, and I love football, but this is my second Super Bowl, so I am excited to see it. It's going to be a mess. When is Gypsy going to run? Can we get Gypsy running for president? Vote for me! I'll kill the competition! Vote for me, Gypsy! I know my name's a slur. It's not my fault. I thought I had cancer. I can overcome anything. I thought I had feline AIDS. Don't worry, we're gonna get into her drink. She's showing everybody what she would make in prison. She has a prison drink. We're gonna get into it. There was a portal that they had to shut down. I don't know if you saw this. I really liked this idea. It was a fake portal. They called it the portal between Dublin, Ireland, and the United States, and it was in New York City. There was a portal between Dublin and New York City. It was essentially just a webcam that they just put up in the downtown areas, Times Square probably, and somewhere in Dublin. I don't fucking know anything about Dublin. But they set up this portal, and it was, in concept, a really cool idea. When I first saw it, I was like, that's really fucking cool. People in New York could wave to people in Dublin, and they could wave back, and they could say things, and they could dance, and they could play music, and it was just really a great idea, wholesome, but that people are going to fucking ruin it. I mean, it's not just Americans, it's all of us. We are so unserious as a world, as a globe, as a human population. We are completely unserious. I think they had to shut it down. What happened was Irish people started holding up their phone to the camera, and they were just holding up videos of 9/11. That's fucking hilarious. I don't care who you are. It's been long enough. We can laugh now. That's so funny. That'd be like a New Yorker holding up an Irish car bomb. Not the drink, holding up, the potatoes just for the famine, just a reminder, the IRA. I mean, the fact that people in Dublin were holding up videos of the Twin Towers falling, that's fucking unreal and so unserious. To do that to people in Times Square. I loved it so much, and I wish they would have kept the portal up. Maybe just switch it out. Maybe it's just a webcam. It's not real. It's not a real portal. It's just a giant webcam. Put it up in somewhere else. Can we put it in Gypsy's living room? Can we just have that? Can I just have a live stream of Gypsy's living room in Times Square? And she just passes by the webcam. Hi, New York City. Oh, wow. You're so pretty. Ryan's a bitch. I wish we could get that. God, I was thinking about Gypsy on Mother's Day, because that Mother's Day is Gypsy's 9/11. It really is. She'll never forget it. It's a rough day. It's fresh. It's her 9/11, Mother's Day, until she becomes a mother. And even then, I was thinking of her hard during then. But we'll get into her drink now. She came out with a video. Do you know that she has 9 million followers on TikTok? 9 million. That's insane. She has 9 million followers. She better get that brand deal, honey. Who the fuck is going to sponsor her? Is she doing any ads? You know what I mean? She needs to be doing ads. She has 9 million followers on I didn't know she had that many. I don't think she has any brand deals either. No brands are reaching out to Gypsy. Hey, Gypsy. It's Clorox wipes. Can you sell our product? Sure thing, Clorox. Hi, TikTok. This is Gypsy Rose. Get ready with me as I talk about Clorox wipes. They'll get rid of anything, including blood. I don't know what she would promote, Bloom Energy. Every shitty influencer on TikTok promotes Bloom. Bloom once reached out to me. Hey, Heather, we see you have 2.6 million followers on TikTok. We'll give you a Bloom, a bag of Bloom or whatever for free, and then we'll pay you $100. I said, fuck off. I'm not that cheap. I'm not an influencer, but I'm going to charge like one. Fuck you, Bloom Energy. I'd like her to, I want to see Gypsy hawking that.
Get the Bloom Energy. It's green, it's great, and it's not my mother.
She needs some brand deals. You know what she should do? So she made a video about how they would make essentially energy drinks in prison. And it's a real nasty concoction, but it makes sense. So what it is, let me pull it up here. It's basically crushed up Jolly Ranchers, Kool-Aid Tropical Punch singles, like the little powdered Kool-Aid, a strawberry flavored Fanta, just pure sugar and poison, and then Folgers instant coffee. Now, when you're in prison, you don't give a fuck about the ingredients. You're not like, is this farm to table? That'd be fun to just go to prison and get served the food and be like, is this farm to table fresh? Or so basically you make the Folgers instant coffee, and then you put in a Kool-Aid Punch single, and then some, and it's hot coffee, by the way, hot coffee. And then you put in some Fanta and some Kool-Aid Punch, and then some crushed up Jolly Ranchers, I guess. I mean, yeah, there's caffeine in it, obviously, from the Folgers, but like, that is just a sugar overload. I would rather just be fucking sober and sleepy in prison. I'd want to be sleepy in prison anyways. Knock me out. I would be buying so many illegal knockoff Xanax bars. If I was in prison, I wouldn't even care if they gave me an extended sentence. If I was on Xanax the whole time, fucking I don't care. I'm not going to be energized in prison. What are you talking about? Get out of here. But I think she needs to come out with a line of energy drinks now. She needs something. She needs a product to hawk. It can't be a knife set. You know what I mean? Gypsy can't come out with,
Williams and Sonoma presents Gypsy Rose, 12-piece kitchen knife set. It gets the job done.
She needs something innocuous and fun, like an energy drink.
Gypsy Rose's prison drink. Get your energy while it looks like blood.
I don't know, she needs something, but she needs some deals. She's got 9 million followers. She's amazing. I love her so much. People are starting to question her, and it's like, fuck off. She's my queen. She's my Princess Diana. Heavy emphasis on the die. We love you, Gypsy. We'll see if she has any brand deals coming out. I think that's pretty much it for the Gypsy. I mean, she got a nose job. It's fine. I'm not going to speak on it. Good for her. I support it. That was a beak. Let's get into our ad sponsors, baby. It's about time. It's been about, almost 50 minutes. We got to talk about ads. Enjoy coffee from Lucy Brown Coffee Bar, baby. I love this coffee shop. I love this coffee. It's the best subscription service I'll ever have, and I have Netflix and HBO Max. Way better than both. I can drink it. Can't say the same for Netflix. You can now enjoy coffee from Lucy Brown Coffee Bar without ever leaving the comfort of your home. And if you're homeless, your bridge. Lucy Brown is now offering coffee subscriptions, baby. You simply fill out the form on their website and get coffee beans from different and exciting roasters that are sent straight to your motherfucking door. And if you don't have a door, then the tent near your bridge. And it's all just starting at $20 a month. All you got to do is visit LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI browncoffee.com. And follow the coffee subscription button to get signed up today. Use code Heather Shaw is kidding for 10% off your first order. I can't stress enough how much I fucking love Lucy Brown Coffee. Just as a coffee shop, it's queer owned. What can go, that's the best. Straight coffee shops are not fun. Look at Starbucks. Starbucks is giving such straight chuggy energy. Ugh. It's like Disney adult energy. Get the fuck out of here. Lucy Brown is cool. It's queer. It's fun. You don't know what's going to happen. You might get wet just walking in. Okay. It's my favorite coffee shop here in Lexington. It's fantastic coffee. The owner is amazing. She works so hard. Support the shop. If you love this podcast, support the sponsors we have. They're working hard. They got great coffee. If you're a coffee fan, you're going to love this. It will not disappoint, I promise. Every month you get tasty fucking coffee. Whether you want it ground up or whole beans, whatever you like, baby. Put it down your preference and they'll send you what you're looking for. Lucy Brown Coffee, we thank you for being a sponsor of this show. The Other Autism Podcast. Go hand in hand with coffee. Coffee and autism, baby. That was going to be my podcast name. Coffee and autism. Cofftism. Have you ever wondered if you might be autistic? How many Funko Pops do you own? Or maybe you were recently diagnosed and now you're trying to understand autism and your place in the autistic community. Did you see Love on the Spectrum and go, this feels very familiar? Well, the Other Autism Podcast is here to help. Each episode, your host, Kristen, the beautiful, lovely Kristen, brings you interviews with autistic folks who were diagnosed as adults. You'll hear what it was like for them going undiagnosed for most of their lives, and then how they came to terms with their autistic identities later on. The Other Autism Podcast also covers the latest in autism research and topics at the forefront of autistic culture and scholarship. Mouth fart. That was an autistic mouth fart. Sorry. I thought I heard a train. If you're autistic or wondering if you might be, the Other Autism Podcast helps you to feel more informed and less alone. You can find the Other Autism Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. I love it. It's a great podcast. I'm a big podcast listener. I'm listening to a lot. I always check out the Other Autism Podcast. It's fun. You know, I don't think I have autism, but I haven't taken a test. You can't have autism if you don't get tested. It's kind of like STDs. All right, check out the Other Autism Podcast, and we thank the Other Autism Podcast for sponsoring this podcast. I got to talk about the rage baiting I'm seeing on TikTok. It's too much. I've had enough. I can't deal with it. I'm just done. People are just trying. They'll do anything for likes and views at this point. It's so fucking depressing. And the worst, there's not the thing that's worse than seeing a rage bait video, which a rage bait video is just somebody is making content that will clearly piss off the majority of people. And whether that be doing something wrong or saying something really fucked up that they don't really believe in, but they know it's going to get them comments. Like, how could you say this? Or just doing something silly and pretending that was an accident. Even that's rage baiting. It's pretending that something insane happened when really you set it up to happen that way. That's also rage baiting. I'm seeing a lot of it. And the comments are even worse because half the time all the comments will fall into it. They'll fall into the trap. They'll say, well, how could you say this? This. Of course they're falling into the trap. They think everything they see online is real. I mean, that's why I set my Instagram up as Heather Shaw is kidding, just as a constant reminder that please don't take every video I'm posting as serious. Everything I'm saying is a joke. I'm making fun of things. I don't really think, that Trump can lay the pipe or whatever joke I'm saying. I don't really think Gypsy is, going to make prison. Well, I do think she should make that prison drink. I'm not going to lie. But even with like prank videos, when there's couple prank videos and it's so clearly staged, it is so clearly, obviously staged. And everyone in the comments is like, LOL, this is crazy. You kids are something else. That was a fun, goofy little prank. Can't believe it caught it on camera. I mean, these people vote. It's not okay. We should really start revoking voting rights, starting with mine. Take it away. I don't want to vote. A non-vote is a vote. Good, bitch. Decide who I'm voting for. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to show up and I'm going to Christmas tree that whole goddamn thing. I'm going to bubble in everybody and I'm going to bubble in nobody. I don't want to vote. Leave me the fuck out of it. You figure it the fuck out. This isn't even real anyways. Voting is rigged. I'm sorry. It's not real. They give you a sticker. That's all they give you a sticker to make you feel good. What are you, a first grader? You need a fucking I voted sticker? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, that was a little rage bait. I need some engagement. Heather, voting is a civic duty. I just want those comments. You have to vote. If you don't vote, that is a vote for the wrong side. And the wrong side is whatever side I don't choose. It's whatever side I'm not on. That's the wrong side. If Trump wins, you're going to end up in a camp. I wasn't in a camp his first term. Yeah, but now he'll do it again. He'll do it seriously this time. You're going to be in a camp. I'm sick of the rage bait. There was a gay Asian twink. I don't like him. His name's Kevin something. I don't like him at all. I've never liked his content. It's so clearly rage baity and stupid. It was innocent though. He would get on and say things like, I just shit on my dick. And here's what I learned. And like he says it seriously and people really believe him. Because people are dumb. They just believe everything they see on the internet is earnest and real. So I always knew he was doing stupid like rage baity videos like that. He'd be like, yeah, last week I got herpes, but luckily that goes away. Like stuff like that. Where it was like all the comments are like, actually herpes is forever. Like it's that shit. But he really crossed the line for me. when he tested out makeup that was made for black people. Now, the I think it was foundation or concealer. I don't know. I'm not that kind of woman. I just don't know makeup. But I think it was foundation. And it was literally like black paint. It was so dark, no skin tone. It would not match any skin tone, no matter how dark someone was. It just wouldn't. You wouldn't put this kind of makeup on. I forget the brand name, but it's not good. And he's this Asian gay twink who decided that I'm gonna make a video testing out this black foundation, and see what it looks like. Now, what do you fucking think is gonna happen, dude? He was so clearly, obviously looking to rage bait. And he basically put this foundation on his face, and it clearly looked like blackface. He knew that going in. If you would have handed me that and said, put this on your face, I'd say, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm not doing blackface. This is black face paint. It literally was face paint. It's like a minstrel show face paint. Minstrel show. God, I can't say that. Minstrel show face paint. He clearly knew what was going to happen. We put it on. If he really wanted to test it out on his skin, he could have put it on the back of his hand. But he didn't want to do that, did he? He wanted to wear blackface and have a way to get around wearing blackface by saying, no, I'm just testing out makeup. It's a way to be oddly racist while not being racist outright. And it's really fucking infuriating. And that guy's a loser. And people will do anything. People will literally put themselves in blackface, in racist, compromising videos, just for views and comments and likes. Hey, dude, digital footprint. It's forever. I really hope you get nothing in life. It was just so stupid and shitty. Instant block. Hate that guy. Hope he, I don't know. I hope he steps on a Lego and he gets hemorrhoids for like a year and a half. Nothing awful. I don't want him to die. I just want him to just have hemorrhoids. Long-lasting hemorrhoids. Sometimes, instead of wishing death on people, you can just wish that they have a paper cut that just never heals. Things like that, and they always have bleach that falls into it. Just things that are annoyances. You don't want to wish death on anybody. That's too far. There's a trans woman named Lily something on TikTok who does rage bait. It's really infuriating. This trans woman, not every trans woman needs to be 100% feminine and like female passing. I understand that. But this trans woman talks with, I would say, it sounds like a regular, her bio voice, I would say. Born a male, so kind of, there's no affectation to the voice. I don't think they're on any, what is it called? Like estrogen? I don't really know. The things you take as a trans woman, I would assume it's estrogen, but I really don't know. But he talks like this, and that's fine. If you want to be a trans woman and you talk like this, and that's fine. You don't have to conform to society's rules about how trans women should be if they want to, But what she'll do is she'll go to restaurants dressed. She has some makeup on. She's got, I think, female clothing, but, talks like this and sets up her phone in the restaurant. And when she orders, the waiter or server at some point at some restaurants, they will misgender her by accident because, look, there's not a lot of effort on this woman's part to pass as a woman, And so I think getting misgendered, you got to be a little bit more sympathetic towards people misgendering you if you're going to talk like this and put on lipstick and that's it. So people would call her sir by accident. They don't really know. And she would make it a whole fucking thing. The minute somebody said yes, sir, by accident or whatever. What did you just say? How dare you? I'm a woman. I'm a trans woman. I can't believe this place is transphobic. This place is so transphobic. It's this kind of fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? I understand getting misgendered. I get misgendered every day. Every day I get called a man. I do not care. But I understand if you are a trans person, how infuriating it must be to get misgendered. When you're, that's not who you are. It's just, it's shitty. But you got to have a little leeway. You can't always take it out on people, especially when you're oddly recording at all times these interactions, huh? All the time. And you're just constantly angry at people when you're like, hey man, can I get a burger? Yeah, my name's Lily. It's too much. It's a little silly for me. I can't, there's no part of me that's like, oh my God, this poor trans woman. recording the interactions takes me out of it. It really does. If she were really, earnest about it and was like, let me show you how I get misgendered and it hurts me, but I want to work with people and show people and educate people. There's no educating here. It's just, oh my God, you're transphobic. Oh my God, it's all that is. That's all she's doing. Then she goes to Disneyland. And she uses Disney popsicles to talk about, as a metaphor, to talk about her post-op surgery, or I don't know what it's called, the transition surgery where they knock that penis off, But she's using popsicles at an amusement park for children. It's all just too much. It's rage baity. I don't believe any part of her is earnest or like trying to educate the masses on being trans. I mean, I hate to say it, but part of me thinks, is this person even trans? And I hate to say that because I don't want to invalidate any trans person's experience. But when you are constantly online and making a mockery almost of being trans and not really educating anybody and not showing empathy to people who are just, these servers that are misgendering her, they're just fucking serving, dude. I mean, ma'am. They're just out there doing their job. They're not vicious. They're not mean. They apologize immediately when she goes, oh, I'm trans. You're transphobic. That's crazy. How would you call me a sir? It's too much. It's too much for me. And it's a fine line to walk because I don't, I want to be sympathetic towards her, but it's also like she makes it very hard. And then when she sits there and talks about her genitalia surgery at Disneyland of all places, why don't you just take it to the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese? Why don't you just talk about, the gender assignment surgery you're doing at Chuck E. Cheese while you're on the wall ride? So anyways, my balls, they're going to go here. It's like, it's too much. It's crazy. Not all trans people are great. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner is against gay marriage. So we got to really, just because you got to, everybody's different. She's rage baity. I don't like her. I'm just so sick of the rage baity videos. If you are as well. Look, Master and Rage, only one of them I like out of those baits. You know what I mean? All right, we got to talk about Billie Eilish. I call her Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, baby. She's a pure-blooded faggot now. Her album is great, as usual, per usual. What do you expect from a 22-year-old who already has 2 Oscars? Come on. She's amazing. I love it. I love that she's embracing her faggotry. She is embracing her gay. It's so nice. Listen to her album. It's lesbian pop. It really is. She made it with her brother, which feels a little weird. She's talking about eating out girls, and her brother's just over there hitting the drum machine. Like, yeah, Billie sounds great. Hey, can you redo that line about you eating her ass? Yeah, I just got to get these snare right on it. Would I want to sit down and write an album with my sister about how much, carpet we're munching? I think I'm good. If I wanted that, I'll just sit down with my grandma. Hey, grandma, let's talk about this. What about in this line if I say I swallow pubes? You'll never lose. I swallow pubes. What, does that work, grandma? No? Okay. Billie Eilish's gay album is everything JoJo Siwa thinks she is. Lunch by Billie Eilish is what JoJo Siwa thinks Karma is doing. She thinks that's what it's giving, and it's not, JoJo. You're still cringe. It's also just weird to comment on mouth farts, Billie and JoJo, because they're young. Like, it's not, I love that Billie is, whether she's bi or gay or whatever the fuck she is, it's really nice that she's making really fucking good music. It's like Chapel Rowan. They're making good lesbian pop, dude. It's fucking good. But with Billie, I kind of feel like, I'm too old to be listening to this. I kind of feel creepy listening to Billie's album. Like, I have to, like, separate the song with who's singing it, because, like, when Billie came out, I remember she was, like, 16, 17. And I got into her music, like, at that. I mean, I like You Should See Me in the Crown or Ocean Eyes, all that shit. She's always been good. But now it's like, now she's getting into her sexual, renaissance, and it's like great, but I also feel kind of creepy, like listening to this little baby gay 20 whatever year old talk about being like explicitly eating girls out. I just feel like a little To Catch a Predator about it. But you know, it's fine. I just have to separate that. But good for her. I love it. I love a good faggot album. She's killing it. It's so nice to see lesbian pop is really taking over. I mean, at this point, Taylor Swift's like 2 seconds away from going gay, whether for real or just for the music. Because Taylor Swift's album sucked ass. It was so fucking boring. It was so millennial chuggy. Ew. Ew. It was the live, laugh, love of albums. Fucking ew. It was so boring. Nobody wants to talk. No one wants to hear about Taylor Swift touching herself to the thought of Travis Kelce. Ew. Ma'am, who is this for? Stop. Ew. You know how to ball? I know Aristotle. Shut the fuck up. Talk about looking puss. Get interesting again, Taylor. The only way she's going to get interesting is if she just starts coming out making, you know, dance tracks about boobs. But yeah, Billie Eilish is what JoJo Siwa thinks she is and what she's doing. She's not. And it feels weird to talk shit about JoJo because she's young as well. Like, I'm 36. To be making fun of a 20-year-old seems really lame. I know this is a very public figure. JoJo's very public. She's made everything she does so public. But it's like, at what point am I just bullying a fucking child, you know? She makes it so hard for me to shut up and just watch her shit. Like, she just celebrated her 21st birthday, and she was like, I'm drunk as fuck. Meanwhile, she's in some fucked up kitchen, and all the liquor bottles on the counter are all sealed, unopened. No drink in her hand. Somebody's throwing bread at her face. It's giving church youth group. It's giving, we stayed up past 10 p.m. at a sleepover at the Christian girl's house, you know, and, you know, we drank margarita mixer, and we think that was alcohol. It's very that. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking fucked up. Karma's a bitch. You know, it's just, she's very cringy. I would rather see JoJo Siwa pretend to be drunk than really have a drug problem. So again, I've always said this is better to just have a cringy 21-year-old who thinks she invented gay pop. Let her go. She's a Disney adult. Let her think she's cool when she's really cringy. It's better than her pumping her veins with heroin. You know, I'd rather see a cringy JoJo than a nodding out one. It's fine. All right, let's get into the last thing I wanted to talk about. JT and J-Lo, flop era, baby. They are flopping their dicks and vaginas off. Justin Timberlake is already canceling shows. His album he released, no one is asking for Justin Timberlake to release an album. Dude, he had 2 good albums. I swear to fucking God. He had Future Sex Love Sounds. He had Justified. He had another one after that. I think it was 2020 Vision that was like, okay. It was, His first 2 solo albums, great. Justified, Future Sex Love Sounds, best. Best he's going to get. Done. Everything after that, ew. You are so lame, dude. No one is checking for a Justin Timberlake album. Even the people my age that grew up with Justin Timberlake, we're done. We don't care. He's flopping. He's canceling shows. His album charted for like 4 seconds. It's not good. We don't care. We also think you're kind of a villain with how you treated Janet Jackson and Britney Spears when she released her memoir and was like, you know, she had an abortion and you were serenading her with your guitar as she was crying about losing a child or whatever the fuck it was, a little mini fetus. Not a real child, but, you know, he's a douchewad. He's a douche nozzle. I think he wears a wig, allegedly. But he's flopping. I mean, mark my words, he's going to go on tour with NSYNC soon. They're going to do a whole arena reunion tour. They have to. I mean, the only way relevancy now, he forever would not talk about NSYNC, not be associated with his band members. Band. I mean, that's so loosely. His gay brothers, his singing brothers. It's not even a band. It's just, you know, a singing group. But now it's like, I know that he's going to pivot so hard into that nostalgia because at this point, we don't care about Justin Timberlake, the artist. We only want NSYNC. If you're going to give us something, Justin, give us NSYNC. That's all we care about. You know, give us faggot Lance Bass out there. You know, Chris Kirkpatrick, does he still have dreads? I don't know. Joey Fat One. I love him. He's harmless and unproblematic. JC Chazé, who should have been famous, but he might be a little gay too. I don't know. Allegedly. I want an NSYNC reunion. And even then I'm not going to the fucking show. When I was a kid, I went to 2 NSYNC shows at arenas. And that was the appropriate time to see NSYNC when you're a fucking 12-year-old. I would never go see NSYNC now. Ew. No thanks. But I'll watch the videos on TikTok. Sure. It's like the Eras Tour. I wanted to go see Lana Del Rey in Boston at Fenway Park, but like the seats were so expensive. And I've seen Lana Del Rey live. Not worth it. I saw Lana Del Rey at a Hard Rock in Orlando. Oh my God, what a boring fucking show. And even then I paid like, I think $150 for that ticket. It was so bad. I love Lana Del Rey. Some people don't need to be performing live, bitch. Okay? It's fine. I love Lana Del Rey's music. I will never go see that bitch live. If you gave me a free ticket, I would just rip it up. No thanks. But I was like, maybe she's changed. And I went to look at her tickets and it was like, for a decent seat, it was like, the cheapest was like $750 for a fucking Lana Del Rey. I was like, no. I've seen her before. I'm not gambling. I'm not buying 2 tickets for $1,500 total and seeing her just mope around the stage telling the audience to sing her songs. I'm good. There's very few people I will ever see in an arena. I saw Miley Cyrus in an arena. That was great. But he's going to have to do NSYNC. That's what he's going to have to do. He's not going to be relevant. Nobody cares. We're over Justin Timberlake as a whole. He's a dad. It's gross. He's best friends with Jimmy Fallon. Like, he just checks everything on the douchebag list ever. And then J-Lo. J-Lo's flopping. J-Lo's got an arena tour. Who the fuck is going to see J-Lo? I think she's reducing ticket prices. I don't know if she's canceled any shows yet, but she's flopping. She's in her flop era. I was thinking about it because J-Lo is a bitch. She's an unapologetic bitch. She's a diva, if you will, but she's not a fun diva. Like, there are fun divas who can be a bitch and it's endearing. And that's like Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is a fun, even Whitney Houston. These women are fun, but they know they're fucking divas and they're going to act like a diva and you're going to like it because they are funny at the end of the day. Mariah Carey, when she says, I don't know her. When they bring up somebody, like I think they brought up J-Lo to Mariah Carey the one time and she said, who? I don't know her. That's fun, bitch. She is serving. She's a fucking diva, bitch, but it's fun. Whitney Houston, let me tell you something. Crack is cheap. Crack is whack. I mean, she's a fun diva, bitch. She knew she was a diva, but she was fun. Everyone loved Whitney. J-Lo does not have any funny nature to her. She takes herself incredibly seriously. She's not shady enough and clever enough to pass off the divaness and us be like, yes, bitch, serve that cunt. Like, no, you are just a cunt. She's problematic at best. She can't, like her and Ben are going through a divorce, apparently. She dated P. Diddy, like, ugh, all the people, you know what I mean? She's just gross. She doesn't pass it off. Mariah Carey is fun diva. We love her. We're rooting for that bitch, even though she wouldn't look us in the eye. She'd spit on us. If we were on fire, she wouldn't put us out with her piss, baby. But we love her. J-Lo? No. We hate that bitch. She just sucks. She's just a bitch. She's not fun. She's not cute about it. She barely owns it. It's like, get the fuck out of here. And she's also cringy. Like, at least Mariah Carey knew when to chill out and go away. She'll pop up every Christmas. Mariah Carey pops up, gets her check, and then goes home. J-Lo's trying so hard. This is me now. $20 million sunk into that piece of shit movie. I'm so happy to see these people flopping. P. Diddy, Drake, Justin Timberlake, J-Lo. These people don't deserve the level of success and fame that they've had. I mean, they're very talented, but, there are far more talented people that aren't complete fucking assholes. So it's good to see them flop. Also, P. Diddy is straight up like a horrible... I mean, he's abusive. He's a bad person. Not good. This has been such a fun episode. I'm so glad to be back. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode where I'm back, baby. I'm watching Hacks currently. I love it so much. If you've not checked out Hacks, I'll give you my HBO Max username and login information. The username is Heather Shaw Poop, and the password is Gypsy Rose Innocent Forever. 4 is a number, and then Eva, EVA. Gypsy Rose, innocent forever. But I love Hacks so much. Meg Stalter is so fucking funny. Jean Smart is so fucking cool and so talented. And then the Hannah lady, I don't know, the Nepo baby, she's great. She's a good actress, whatever. Great show. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Have not yet seen, I saw the TV Glow. Haven't seen Challengers yet. I'm slacking. This whole past week, I've been sweating about my laptop and Apple. I'm glad they cleared it up. I'm glad to be back. Regular episodes coming out every Wednesday going forward. Now that I have my Mac back, I'm back, baby. I'm back like a heart attack. If you like the show, please subscribe wherever you listen. Rate it. Leave a review. If you have rated it, if you have left a review, thank you so much. I want to suck your dick clit. Leave a comment on YouTube if you want. I don't know. If you want to support the show even further, you can join Patreon. Become a member of my Patreon at Heather Shaw Comedy over there at patreon.com. It's just patreon.com/Heather Shaw Comedy. For $3 a month, you can sponsor a gay. I get bonus episodes every week. I'm going to put out 2 this week because I owe the Patreon some shit. Thank you, Apple, for ruining my consistency. Live ticket shows are at heathershawcomedy.com. Again, I'll be in San Diego this Sunday. Please come out if you're in the area. D.C., Richmond, Virginia, Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, San Diego again, Phoenix, Arizona, Des Moines, Iowa. Tickets are not on sale yet for that. Seattle for 2 shows. Long Island at Governor's. Tickets are not on sale for that. Beverly, Massachusetts, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'll be at the Big Diamond Comedy Festival in Bentonville, Arkansas, October 3rd through the 5th. Get your tickets at Heather Shaw Comedy and stay gay. See ya!